Hello, welcome guys, welcome back. I think the format, the agenda for this whole show, I like it to be something that talk about topics that is revolving around my life experiences. So, say for example, for myself is that at most part of my life, let's start off with by the morning, alright? Okay, things getting exciting. Morning, when I talk about morning, I think it's talking about like sleep routines and talking about like how much do I sleep, my night routine that because I see posts that says that usually it doesn't start off by your morning routine. The day starts the night before. Like how did you actually spend the night before that day? So how I wind down, I think that I usually watch TikTok posts. Like most of my TikTok is like motivational posts. I dedicate, like, it's not say that that the TikTok itself, right, organically, like, or like I always like search for like motivational stuff. Okay, maybe it is okay, so maybe like my TikTok posts, like the TikTok things that I actually search on is like the motivational stuff. I'm getting a bit of like angst, a little bit of nervous, because it's so hard for me to like form up like the thoughts that I'm actually talking about. But I also have, at the same time, I also feel that I am doing a really great job of like composing my thoughts, collecting, allocating, like recollecting. I'm just bullshitting a lot of like English words over here. But what I'm trying to say over here is that I'm able to like retrieve a lot of like data from my brain and talk it out over here. I feel that this is a really great way for myself to retrieve information from my brain and then actually speak over here, compared to like a lot of like other experiences in the past where I wasn't able to like speak properly because I was very panicky about like what are the things that I'm about to speak over here. And I'm also very afraid of like the pacing. How fast do I speak? Am I speaking fast enough? Am I talking in a proper tone? And the third one will definitely be something that I repeat a lot of words that shows a lot of like low confidence of myself. I feel that when it comes to low confidence, I wasn't tackling the right problem. So here's what's happening. When I was like having like low confidence, I speak a lot of words like I use a lot of words, you know, and it shows a lot of like low confidence. And I think that the way to tackle the problem of like low confidence of me speaking words like this is to find the real root of the problem, which is to take a deep breath, breathe, recollect my thoughts together, get myself together basically. I think that using pauses is really important. That, say for example, if I need a break to recollect my thoughts, I give myself the time of like a break time. Like because in the past I will have like friends catching me off guard, watching me that I was like not paying attention, like staring into like a blank space. I actually have some words to actually describe this thing, but that's basically how it is. I'm staring into blank space. I'm just like not doing anything. They caught me off guard and they will be like asking, "Hey Jackson, what's wrong? Are you angry or what?" But that was critical. Like that moment was important. Like, because afterwards, like after that, like after the moment that they told me that I was in an off guard zone, I was not paying attention, then I move to this scenario of like painting a picture that, oh, I shouldn't be like this, I should be attentive like most of the time. So I became like a person to fit into the culture, to fit into what's supposed to be right, which is always to be attentive, which is not me. This is not me, and I feel like this is like a huge mistake because I'm not behaving me. I'm always like posturing, always acting in the way that shows that I'm attentive, that I'm right, that I am doing the right thing. Whereas in the actual real world, I'm actually feeling really bad. This is not me. Like I need the blank space. Like I'm talking about this blank space that is required for me, you know. And it just becomes a habit, you know. Like as you do more of like the thing that is not you, you become more and more not you, and you feel uncomfortable, you feel very uneasy, not being able to do the things that you really want to do, and you forgot about like the actual correct self of how you're supposed to be like. And I remember in, I would say 1 year ago, or yeah, close to 1 year ago, I think that I subconsciously found out that like a technique that helps me to be me. And so I see this guy, he's like basically staring into like a blank space for whatever reason. I actually don't know, purposely or intentionally or whatsoever. He stared into the blank space, and people will be making fun of him like, what the hell are you doing? Like, because there's like a guy explaining things in the front, trying to present like some informations, and the guy will be like acting, his mouth will open big, and then he watch the presenter, and other people look at him, will start to judge him like, yo bro, don't take it so seriously. Why the hell are your mouth so open so big when you're watching the presenter? and I sort of can resonate that moment. Like that guy, I think he's like trying to really focus towards the presenter, and he's doing like a really silly face. And I saw another post talking about people having like awkward moments, like awkward movements, that is actually part of like the human nature, you know. Human nature, it is normal for people to like move in like an unnatural way, in a funny way. And how I resonate with this is that like basically the post is like saying that people move in a funny way, and that's how human nature is, and that's how people are, and you should be behaving in an unnatural way when you need to. Like you don't like purposely do like move unnaturally or whatsoever. But here's the point, like people move unnaturally. That's how human nature is. If you need to be that, you be that, you know. And I resonate with this point of this post to making silly faces in front of the presenter, is because just like a pause that I needed to make right now to actually think about the thought. So making the silly face, making the unnatural movement, is sort of like relate, you know. You need to be behaving you. If making silly faces is how you got to be behaving, you behave that way. And in order to like maximize the efficiency of like your brain capacity or other aspects of your life. And that's how I actually relate to that in a deep level. Like sure, on the outside point of view, like you don't like talk about anything, you just be seeing like this person just making silly faces in front of the presenter. But to me, I resonate it in like a deeper level. Like I study it in like a different level, but it may not apply to the person who was like actually doing the silly faces. But I think that is like a very great analogy to explain my point over here, that if what makes you comfortable, which seems to be in the real life that is like not a accepted way for people to present itself. It may not be a very correct indicator to say that that is like the right way, because what is the right way is up to me and you, and it's up to us, you know, it's up to us to decide whether if this thing suits me or not. And I think that where this comes along into is like a lot of like self-awareness, to have the self-awareness of like who you are as a person, so that you know what to look out for and what are the things that you should be doing. So I have come to a point of this video where I like to say goodbye. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and peace out guys. Ciao.